That's right, I paid $279 for my first Amazon FBA winning product. And in today's YouTube video, I will be sharing with you exactly how I did that. Hello, beautiful people. My name is Tamara T. I started selling products on Amazon FBA since 2017 after I got laid off my 9-to-5 job. To this day, I have coached nearly 2,000 successful Amazon FBA sellers. So I get messages from people all the time and they ask me, how did you get started? How much did you invest and how did you become successful throughout all these years selling on Amazon? Today, I'm going to tell you exactly how I did it, so maybe you can try this strategy for yourself, especially if you are a brand new Amazon FBA seller, because I know how hard it is to find a winning product. I did this YouTube video a few years ago talking about my first failed product. If you guys never watched that video, I suggest that you do because I made so many mistakes from my very first product that I started to sell with no help. However, after my first product failed, I quickly found a winning product and I only paid $279 to start. Now, I get a lot of questions. People are always asking me, how did you do that? So it's actually not that complicated, and I know other Amazon sellers who use this strategy as well. So let's back up a little. This video will be more like a story time where we go back in time so I can tell you exactly what happened and how I became successful with only investing $279 for my first product. So I first found my winning product in December of 2017. And during that time, I was liquidating the bad product that I was trying to get rid of in Q4. I got rid of all of my inventory for my horrible product and I was able to recoup most of my initial investment. Thank goodness, because I spent over $5,000 for my first loser product and that was a lot of money to me at that time. So I found my first winning product in December 17 and I launched it in January 2018. New sellers ask me all the time, is it a good time to launch your product in Q1? Yes, it is. And I love launching products in Q1 because a lot of the bigger sellers are out of stock from Q4. Believe it or not, this has happened to a lot of Amazon sellers that I know, especially the big guys, because their products are so popular. And when customers go shopping on Amazon for the holiday season, their products are usually sold out in January, which means it's easier for you to get in there to launch your product. So I have had a lot of success launching my winning products in Q1. And to be honest, I've only launched products in Q1 and Q2. Now, does that mean it's bad to launch a product in Q3 or Q4? Definitely not. I know a lot of sellers who launched their products in Q3 and also Q4 and have made it a huge success, but I'm just sharing with you what happened with me. So I chose a product that was only 93 cents to source. I believe when I found my product on Alibaba, it was about $1, but I was able to negotiate that product down to 93 cents. And then I sold it on Amazon starting at $13.99. I only bought about 300 units to test it out and it was the best decision I ever made. Now, I always tell sellers you should not be testing things out, especially if you are following a mentor, a coach who have proven ways to make your product successful. But I didn't have any mentorship or guidance back then, so I decided to test it out and only buy like 300 units. I actually bought my first 300 units on AliExpress. Now, I had a few questions about this where sellers asked me, what is the difference between AliExpress and Alibaba? Ultimately, you should be finding suppliers on Alibaba because they can do all of the custom packaging for you, and there's a lot of room for negotiation and building that relationship. However, on AliExpress, it's more like a one-time thing. So I'm sure if you guys have shopped on AliExpress before, you know exactly what I mean. And you usually buy 1 or 2 units, but you don't really buy bulk. And it can cost more on AliExpress compared to Alibaba because again, with Alibaba, you can negotiate and find suppliers to build that relationship so you can get your units for a lot cheaper. So I made the mistake of buying 300 units on AliExpress first. I actually made the biggest mistake of shipping my inventory from AliExpress to my home, and I was doing the labeling and the packaging and the customization myself. I know, it's absolutely crazy. I did so much labor work, and now when I look back, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that. And I am from Canada, which means I paid customs every single time for bulk inventory that I ordered from AliExpress when I received it at my apartment back then. My home right now is not the same place where I did all of the labor work for that product. I was living in a smaller apartment with my spouse, and I cannot believe I was packaging and putting my product into bags and all of that because I didn't really know what to do. So anyways, after the packaging and the labeling and the customization, the labor work that I did by myself because I didn't know that Alibaba suppliers actually offered that, I would take the inventory to the post office and then send it to the United States, send it to the Amazon FBA warehouse in the United States. I probably did that a few times, and then I realized, why am I not just doing this on Alibaba where I don't even have to touch my inventory, where I don't even have to do the packaging and the labeling myself? So that's what I discovered after. Anyway, that's what happened. So let's fast forward to the part where I launched my 300 units that I initially bought. Now, I chose such an amazing product that I wouldn't say I got lucky. I just knew how to look for the product, and I was able to sell 20 units per day right off the bat. I remember my product going live on Amazon, and consistently it was selling 20 units a day. I think I reached about 100 units left in stock, and I decided to order more. So I went back to AliExpress and I ordered an additional 500 units this time. Instead of 300 units, I ordered 500 because I know that people wanted my product. So I spent $0 on PPC because I didn't need PPC. If I didn't need PPC, I just didn't feel like spending it. And I was selling so consistently every single day. So I quickly ordered more from AliExpress, and I got that inventory shipped to my apartment in Canada in a few business days. I believe I paid a premium for shipping. Anyway, I did the exact same thing. I was doing the labor work myself, labeling, packaging, customizing, and then I brought it to the post office and I quickly shipped it to the Amazon FBA warehouse. Luckily, because my inventory level was so small, Amazon checked in my packages right away. I think it took less than 24 hours. And bam, I was back in stock. Actually, I don't think I ran out of stock. If I did, I think it was only 1 or 2 days. So when I had the additional 500 units in stock on Amazon, I started selling 50 units a day without PPC. And I was like, holy crow, like I feel like I hit the jackpot. So all of the money that Amazon was paying me was just straight up profit. I had no PPC ad spend because I chose a really good product that everyone wanted, and it was really unique. So I didn't really have to do much work. So altogether, I sold about 800 units really quickly, and I thought, why don't I look on Alibaba? I started searching on YouTube, and then I found out that other sellers were actually ordering inventory from Alibaba. So I thought, okay, let's give Alibaba a try. So that's when I found a supplier on Alibaba that was able to customize and package and label everything without me doing the labor work. So I did the labor work for the first few shipments, and then I got a supplier in Alibaba to do the heavy lifting for me. Thank goodness. I think it took a little longer because we had to discuss some customization and I had to see like a sample. So I was out of stock for a while, but this time I ordered 1,000 units. And now when I think back, I think I was selling about 75 to 100 units per day. So I quickly ordered 2,000 units, and then finally I ordered 5,000 units. And again, everything was just profit. I never had to use Amazon PPC sponsored ads for this product because I was that good at selecting this winning product. By the way, if you guys are new to selling on Amazon FBA and you don't know how to find winning products, I suggest you to click on my free training in the YouTube description below. Watch my free webinar training by entering your name and your email address. Watch the webinar to the very end because you may be qualified to get on a one-on-one call with myself and my team, and we will help you find winning products to sell on Amazon. So getting back to my story, that's basically what happened. I chose a really good product. I bought it at a very low price. It was so good that I did not have to run any PPC sponsored ads, and I just kept on reinvesting what Amazon was paying me. So in a very short period of time, I think it was about 4 months, I started profiting a few $1,000s every single month. Then I decided to launch similar products to this main winning product. And I was able to send traffic from the main product to the next product and to the third product, and it just kept sending traffic back and forth for free. There is a way to do that where you send traffic for free from one product to the next, and how they are all related. So if a customer lands on your main product, they will see your second product, your third product, maybe even fourth product, and they will be inclined to buy those other products and not just that first main product. It is so important that when you are selling a product on Amazon that you think long term. So when you think long term, what kind of products can you sell in addition to your main winning product? That is the fastest way to grow on Amazon. I've said this a few times in my previous YouTube videos. Maybe you picked up on it, maybe you didn't, but I highly recommend you to start building a brand on Amazon based off your first winning product. So if you are selling spoons on Amazon, and that became a really good product and you are making profits, I would suggest you to start selling forks and knives and other types of cutlery, but you will not go out there to sell like a beach ball, which is totally different compared to selling spoons. So I hope that makes sense. That is probably the easiest way to get a customer to spend more money on your Amazon FBA store. After 5 months of selling this main winning product on Amazon, we are now in May 2018. And by then, I was making over $30,000 in sales every single month with a net profit margin of 35%. So all I did was rinse and repeat the entire process, sourcing products at a very low price. And when I say a very low price, I mean a very low price. I've actually never sold a product that was over $4 a unit, including shipping, because I just felt like that was a much higher risk. So I always launch products that are really cheap, but really good in quality. One big misconception is that sellers always think, well, if a unit is so cheap, the quality might just suck. And that is completely not true. It really depends on the type of product that you are selling and how well your supplier is making the product for you. Always get samples of your product and be extremely picky about the quality. All right, guys, so that's my story of how I only paid $279 to start to find my first winning product on Amazon FBA. And I am not the only one. My student, Marie, right here, did the exact same thing. In fact, I think her cost per unit is less than 93 cents. And she picked such a good product that she does not have to spend any money on Amazon PPC sponsor ads as well. Again, if you want to learn how to do this and follow my strategy, then make sure you click on the link in my YouTube description to get my free training to learn how. If you have any comments or questions, then make sure you drop it down below. Help me give this video a huge thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in my next YouTube video.